Welcome to the Site-65 podcast. I'm your host, Robert Tomato Peterson, and with me, as always, is Keegan. Keegan, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. So we're just chilling at the lunch table, just the two of us. Snapple's over, sitting over by me, but he's not really interested in talking, so he's just kind of joining us for the ride. Anyways, just before this, you were talking about a cross test you were doing. Tell us more about that.
I did a cross test with SCP-079 and SCP-049.
Interesting. Tell us more.
Well, I thought it was interesting that I haven't heard any stories of these two actually having interactions due to their similarities in quotes of intelligence. They're both very intelligent, and I wanted to know what it would be like if they actually got into a room and talked to each other.
Okay. And how did that end up going?
It went all right. It went okay. Well, kind of. Darby was there, so that was pretty cool. But 049 and 079, they didn't really have a lot to say to each other. I had to really give them subjects. I had to mention 682, 'cause, that's like a
Yeah.
very yeah. Um, 079 responded. 049 responded. Of course, you remember last time with SCP-682 and 049 when they interacted,
Yeah. That
wasn't
was
as responsive.
terrible.
Yeah, he was not very happy seeing his name mentioned. I had to apologize to him later on about that.
Yeah,
I told him it was for the test, and 079, of course, spoke many words about 682.
yeah.
But we moved on to 049 subjects and his cure, and 079 said that maybe he can improve his cure.
You
And
know,
049,
actually, I have something to contribute to this. Back before you were on site,
yep.
a long time ago, I actually brought 049 to 079 and asked them to work together to find a cure for cancer.
Oh,
They successfully did.
they found a cure for cancer.
Yeah, it took about 3 days of them working nonstop. See, the theory behind this was 049 possesses vast medical knowledge, but he doesn't really have, you know, power to conduct multiple, let's say, experiments at once. He can only work as fast as like a typical human can when it
hmm
comes to medical research. 079 possesses the ability to run thousands and thousands of simulations at once and, deconstruct medical texts and combinations. What am I trying to think of? Uh chemical bonds. That's the word I'm
Yeah,
thinking of.
yeah.
He's able to deconstruct them and, put stuff together to look at cures. So we put them in a room together and we said, all right, we have a doctor on site who has pancreatic cancer. We want a cure for this. You have a week. And we
Hmm.
came back each day to check on them. And I will say that through this whole process, 079's CPU became increasingly hot. Um,
Mm.
we attribute this to the number of calculations he was running per minute, which was rendering in the millions. His CPU should not be capable of doing that, and he shouldn't have enough memory to do so. Keep in mind, he can only remember up to 26 hours.
Yeah.
However, after 3 days, 079 and 049 presented me a vial. That vial contained a purplish liquid that, when administered to the doctor with pancreatic cancer, cleared it up within 3 hours.
Oh.
However, they refused to produce more of it.
Hmm.
And reverse engineering of the drug has been ongoing, however, is extremely difficult due to the, how would I say this? The compounds in the chemicals break down faster than typical.
Huh.
So we have samples on ice because they don't really break down when they're on ice. But as soon as you take them out of ice, it's a ticking. It's a race basically. I was about to say it's a
Oh.
ticking time bomb, but that's not really the correct word.
Hmm.
Um, it's really a race. You only have a day, if that, to get the sample, sequenced and modified in any way or deconstructed before the sample goes cold and you just can't do anything with it anymore. So we've been working, week after week, drop after drop of the samples, and we're about halfway through the sample at this point.
Yeah.
And it's becoming, oh, hi, Caesar. I see you just sat down. Hello.
God damn it, I missed again. I missed
No,
the
you're just
recording.
a little late. You're just a little late. We're
No,
only
How late?
we're only about 6 minutes in.
Oh, good. All right. Well,
Yeah,
it's nice to
we
be
were
here.
just yep. We were just talking about 049 and 079 cross tests that Keegan was doing, and I started talking about I did something similar many years ago, and uh they produced a cure for pancreatic cancer, and I was talking about how we have samples of that cure on ice and how it's slow going because it rapidly decomposes, and yeah, it was just a pain in the butt to do. But anyways, Caesar, what have you been up to? Hopefully not
Hmm.
drugs.
Okay, so I'm
Let's keep the
working
drug
on a
talk to a
project.
minimum this week, by the way. Site administration wants
Don't
me
worry,
to yeah.
I have no plans to talk about illegal substances. Um, I have an amazing thing going on, a project proposal, the site's first ever quadruple cross test.
Ooh,
Oh,
go on.
Yep.
go on. What are the
We're going to be testing SCP-073 or 073,
mhm.
SCP-049, and SCP-079 on
Oh.
SCP-610, the Flesh That Hates.
Really?
Ah.
We have samples of
Ah.
that here?
Yeah, we have samples of those?
No, we're bringing an entity into Site-65.
Well, the whole site's
Ah,
gonna get
okay.
locked down. I better be prepared for that day. That's gonna be a very good cross test, though. I'm excited.
That is
Oh
interesting.
yeah, we're very excited. This is the first time we're going to give 079 remote access to an operation table.
Oh. I hope that goes well. You know how he is.
I mean, the worst he could do is maybe fling, I don't know, electrical equipment at us, but that
Yeah.
doesn't really matter too much.
Mm.
No, that's awesome. I hope you get approval for that. That's quite a big deal.
That'd take a lot of signatures, I gotta say.
Darby and Kiryu like it. They like the
Ooh.
proposal so far.
For those of you who are not familiar with the Research Foundation, Darby and Kiryu are directors of research.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the people we have to talk to. They're kind of like our boss. Well, I shouldn't say our bosses. They're not really my boss anymore. I'm kind of retired. So,
Yeah.
there's Caesar and Keegan's bosses.
Yeah.
Darby owns your soul.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's a dog.
well, he's part dog.
Yeah. He's gonna
So
he's gonna shoot me for that, actually. I should get running after this podcast.
I hope not. Um, so I had an idea for something we could do on the show, start doing on the show. And that is, you all receive the daily, sort of newsletter from site administration, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I figured I would just pull some topics from the newsletter and we could just discuss them live on the show. For example, I have a couple of them written down here on this notepad. First one. Site administration is considering increasing the number of Class D located on site from 250 at once to 500. Thoughts?
With the new research team, that's going to go very poorly.
What do you mean? What's been going on with the
Sorry,
research team?
not research team. I meant more like GenSec. Sorry, I
Yeah,
missaid
the new
that.
GenSec changed. The site made a weird GenSec change now.
Oh yeah, I kind of heard about this. They kind of reworked the GenSec,
Yeah.
you know, job
Department.
listing. Yeah,
A lot of people
department. I
got
couldn't think of the
fired, a lot
word.
of new people got hired.
Okay.
kind of in shambles, but it's pretty good right now from what I've seen. Great
They are
start.
able to build Fort Knox now. They have a total of 7 or 8 deployable shields, I think, total.
Wow, new
I hate
shield.
those shields. They would constantly put them down
Yeah.
in front of the toilets in the bathroom.
I mean, hey, you gotta stay on guard, alright? You don't know
I
who
mean,
could
I
go through
get
the
it, but
vents
at
of
the
the
same
bathroom.
time, they would just leave them there.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what else we got here. This one should be pretty straightforward. I don't see us having a big conversation about it, but Site Administration is considering proposals for a new containment method for SCP-999. So
Hmm.
currently, SCP-999 is just contained in kind of a barren cell with like a kind of like a pet bed for it to sleep on and a bowl of candy and
Wait,
water.
wait, 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 wait. How come? Wait, I wanted to propose a new containment for 966, but
I
I
was
got told
thinking
by
one for
Darby no.
457.
I got told by Darby no.
Uh, I don't really make these rules.
Oh,
I'm just reading them.
yeah,
We'll talk about that in a second, but
yeah,
they're considering built. So it's kept in a cell right now when it's not allowed to free roam. Site-65, and its cell consists of a light, a pet bed for it to sleep on, and a bowl of water and a bowl of candy. Pretty barren. So they're
yeah.
considering building it a playground,
That's
as well
really
as
nice.
candy dispensers.
Make sure it's not something in the. Make sure it's not multiple types of candy. I heard someone ran a test of multiple types of candy with 999, and he went fucking nuts.
Yeah,
And it
I've
was
been
like,
known to give 999 my leftover soda.
why?
Okay, look, it's cute, all
You
right?
get slime all over the terminals, and then fucking they get messed up, and the poor
I
tech
know,
experts
but
don't know how to clean that off.
it's so funny. Like you just
It
call
is
him
pretty funny.
999 and you say, "Hey 999, you want some sody?" And he goes, "Brrr," and then you just kind of pour the soda into his mouth, and then he
Fantastic
goes
impression.
bouncing down the hallways. It's adorable.
I gave 999 a dark chocolate slash banana frappuccino, and he ended up killing someone on
Did it
accident.
have drugs in it?
Wait, hold on.
How did he
I
wait, wait,
was
wait.
not prepared for this.
Yeah, I was
What?
not I thought you put drugs in it or something. How did he kill somebody?
So he was bouncing off the walls at the speed of around a bullet,
Oh,
very condensed speed, and it ended up piercing the skull of a clearance 4 personnel.
damn it, I thought it was Carl. I thought you were gonna say it was like a tech expert.
Oh, that's awesome, but
Sorry,
at the
could you
same
repeat
time,
that?
that's terrible.
I thought you were gonna say it was like a tech expert, and I was hoping it'd be Carl.
Sadly, no.
Yeah, Keegan has a whole thing with Carl. We need to we'll fill you in on that later. Um anyways, that's incredible. I didn't know 999 was capable of that. Did it show any like remorse or anything?
He didn't even remember it, and we were not telling him.
Fair enough. Okay, so no more frappuccinos for
Yep.
999.
No more.
Unless they're decaf, I guess.
They're gonna put something like that in the like codex or something.
Yeah, seriously. Um quickly, Keegan, what were you saying about your 966 new containment?
I thought 966's current containment with the way 966 is. Now, let me go like in its original document, it states that it is a predator. It is not sapient like 682. It doesn't think like them or us, like other SCPs. It's almost like a lion. It hunts for its food. It does what it does to survive. Now, I thought the containment for it was a bit inhumane. It's just a metal cube. I feel like it should just add some grass, maybe add a tree, make it a little bigger. That's pretty much all I want in it. I told Darby this, and Darby's main argument was that it hunts humans and that it's dangerous, from what I remember. And I'm very scatterbrained, so don't quote me on that. But I feel like with 939, I was going to mention 939, we have a similar containment. And one of the reasons is because, well, 939 needs a moisturized containment to survive. The main argument you can make against the 966 containment that I've presented is it doesn't really need that to live. But I
Yeah.
still think it feels a little unnatural for it to just be in a metal cube. They are just they are just predators. They're like
Hmm.
lions in the wild that we keep in these like cages. While yes, they have anomalous abilities, that doesn't mean we get to be inhumane to our anomalies.
I
Yeah.
mean, don't we keep 457 under constant pain with sprinklers? And he's like a lot less dangerous than 966?
True, but he could burn down his containment chamber.
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't that be funny though?
I mean,
No.
I saw it once. It's not as funny as you think. There was a lot. Everyone in that room melted. It was awful, and we had
Hmm.
to get a whole reconstruction team. It was a whole lot of paperwork.
That sounds like some good carne asada.
Anyways,
What the fuck?
due to the recent amount of civilian break-ins, administration has sent scouting parties to the surface and Pinewood to locate any potential breach zones. Found on surface is an open vent that leads directly to LCC bathrooms. Did you guys know
Ah,
about this? Because I didn't.
I've seen some civilians come from those bathrooms. I also saw GOC come from those bathrooms. They're pretty nice, so I always give them a pass. Only because
Hmm.
they don't shoot me, and
Yeah,
I also
That
fair
want I
enough.
really want to meet their research team. Okay.
that specific vent was developed by Dr. Maynard before he was discovered to be a turncoat.
Oh
Dr.
yeah,
Maynard made that vent specifically big enough to allow civilians to enter light containment.
that rat
Do you know
bastard.
if there's
It
a
was
reason why
originally
we're not?
supposed to be for chaos.
Do you know if there's a reason why we haven't filled it in with cement yet?
To be fully honest with you, and don't tell anyone about this.
Well, we're on a podcast, so
Uh,
it's not impossible.
oh, never mind then.
Fair enough. Um, in consideration to the blandness of the hallways, Janitorial is proposing a new color be painted on the walls. Color options range from sunset orange to forest green. Thoughts?
Oh,
Sounds disgusting. Color is gross.
yeah, okay.
But you
Cyan is
wouldn't
my
want
favorite
blue
color, but
walls?
yeah, I like blue walls. Cyan walls look
Nah, I
nice.
think that's a little extreme. Maybe like a muted blue? I don't really know.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Like how our walls are in research.
Yeah.
A little
We
muted
should paint
blue.
it red so that when SCPs breach containment, it doesn't ruin the walls as much.
You know, you don't have a bad idea there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
like how
sick of
Deadpool
seeing
does it.
bloodstains on the walls. Hmm.
I have heard of some odd ectoplasmic activity in Pinewood. Just
What do
like
you mean?
bits of reports. Ectoplasmic, you know, almost like ghost-like activities. Which how many people die around in the area? That kind of makes
A
sense.
lot.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
But like what specifically? Are like doors closing randomly or like things
Doors
falling over?
closing, slime being put on walls, almost like a geopolitical influence.
Hmm.
I haven't seen any threats though.
Geopolitical.
Yeah. They could just be class 1 where they have the potential to possess um and disrupt geopolitical events, which is door slamming, items getting possessed. Very small, class 1. Hence why I'm still working on my PAC system. The site
Well,
director says it's not worthwhile, but
I have heard rumors of a type blue civilian existing on surface for quite the time now, so that might explain some things.
true, true. That is very dangerous. We need to identify that person. It's actually, oh. But the PA system or the particle acceleration chamber project works to Sorry, what was that? Oh, yes, someone walking by. Um, it aims to eliminate these issues, which also I've had ideas of if we ever have to contain an ectoplasmic being of class 2 or 3 or hell even 5 variety, we could have these systems as automations for its containment. I thought of a trap system, which the trap system, looking through my document right now. The entire trap system is oh there you go. It's a transdimensional reframement apparatus protocol, which deals with the ectoplasmic being and is to encase it inside its its trap, and then put in another containment or other stuff like that. So if it ever like breaches out of the trap, it will have automatic particle acceleration chambers around it to recontain it. But I'd like to set
Okay.
up a team at one point because I have heard of this funny like MU-13 or Mu-13, whatever the fuck they're called. They call themselves the Ghostbusters. I thought that was lame, but I actually like that name now. So it
Hmm.
kind of stuck with me.
Or we
Okay.
could also just release the 966s into the wild and see how the Canadian military handles them.
That
I
is
feel like that is a bad idea.
that's a really bad idea because the last time 966 has been out in public, it was really bad. Really, really bad.
I mean, yeah, but that was last time. Now we're in the future.
I think I
Uh,
think I think CI would really like you, Caesar.
They do.
Oh. Well, if you ever get
anyways,
kidnapped, I'll
final story for the week. Medbay is offering free prescription refills to site members of Clearance 2 or higher. Clearance 1 members are furious because they still need insurance to pay for their meds. Thoughts?
meds of what?
Oh, medical stuff.
Oh,
Like
you like
I take
medical.
Zoloft for depression and I get it for free from Medbay.
You guys get
You
drugs to help?
guys,
I don't get drugs to help my anxiety or anything. Wow.
Well, you haven't asked.
Oh. Yeah, I just been
You
so
like
you should
busy
try
with the PAC
You should try
system.
some Visceral. It's
I
really
don't know what
good.
that is.
Try Visceral. It helps quite a bit with anxiety.
Hmm.
But yeah, clearance level 1 are upset because they still need to pay. But the reason being is that clearance level 1 people have not proven themselves to the Foundation. This is a quote from the site administration. Clearance level 1 people, well, technically Foundation members, have not proven themselves to the point that they are benefiting from medbay yet. So they still need to pay. And keep in mind, these people have, the Canadian, health insurance to help pay for things, but it's still a small amount compared to free, basically, for my medication.
Sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, I would look into it. I would get a doctor's prescription and bring it to MedBay. You don't have to, obviously,
But what if
we
I put
have
the meds
on
through
site.
914?
We're not putting the meds through 914.
But it doesn't sound like a bad idea. I
I
mean, I'm
mean, it
putting the
doesn't sound.
PAC system through 914, so
I mean, that's how
you
we
turn more
made
nuclear technology.
SCP-427.
Heard of that.
Wait, that was made with 914?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that one. The fuck is ever with that one?
It's the
Oh,
thing
wait.
that makes flesh monsters.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
my bad.
Well, I got some Zoloft here. You guys want to go throw it in 914 and see what happens?
Fuck yeah.
Me personally, I prefer to use 1162 for my drug-related purposes, but we could try that too.
It's not like rain.
All right, well, let's go do that. We'll end off this recording here. Thank you guys for, showing up to the recording, even though, Caesar, you were late.
I'm gonna assassinate you, Dr. Tomato.
What?
You can't do that because I'm retired. Anyways,
What?
Caesar, do you have anything you want to say to the people listening before we end off the show?
Yes, I do. Always be a dreamer. If you just try to do the bare minimum, then
Can I
you'll
say
never
something
get your
also?
name out there. And also be nice to the people that you're around. They'll thank you for it.
Good words. Keegan, anything you'd like to say?
I was doing a test with 1162, and the D class took out an identification of a something Oliver. He was a senior researcher. I don't know.
I know
I don't know who that
Oliver.
is. I don't know who that is.
I do not know who that is. But anyways, we can look into that and discuss it on next
Yeah.
week's episode. This has been the Site-65 podcast. I have been your host, Robert Tomato Peterson, along with Keegan and Caesar. Thank you very much
Hold on,
for
wait.
listening. What's up?
One last thing, but real quick. You can end it off real quick. But I want to play one last thing before you end it. After you're done with your little outro.
Okay, I was just gonna say, you could like and follow us on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube, support us any way you can if you feel like it. There's links in the description of each episode to offer support. And yeah, just thank you for listening so far. Anyways, Caesar, what would you like to play to end off the episode from your phone?
Absolutely. Here you go.
I hate. Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here! Get out of your seat! Go.
Did you hear? Hold on. Stop. 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 Caesar.
Phone.
Caesar. Caesar.
Fucking get out of here!
Did you just take a photo?
Just take a photo of me. Get the fuck out of here!
Look, okay. Anyways, I can't believe you've done this. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you for listening.
God damn it.